After watching this video, you'll never have to worry about dying from hunters in Resident Evil 3 Remake, whether it be Gamma or Beta, because I, the mighty Vamp Daimo, is going to teach you how to dodge them. I've put the download link of videos of perfect dodge with keystrokes overlay in the description in case you're not able to analyze this video frame by frame on YouTube, which is usually done by comma and full stop key. Let's begin with Hunter Gamma. We first encounter them in sewers. Once you get closer to them, they'll fork out their mandibles, and right before they lunge at you, they'll pull their mandibles sideways, which is important because what follows is the lunging attack through which these hunters swallow you. Once they're done pulling their mandibles sideways, you're gonna have to press the dodge button to perform their perfect dodge. You can also do it early and slip right past them. But if you hit the dodge button whilst they are pulling their mandibles sideways, the dodge will fail and they will swallow you. I strongly recommend walking a few steps away from these hunters after a perfect dodge or any dodge, because if you're standing too close to them, they'll instead pull their mandibles backwards and lunge at you quicker than they do from a distance. In this case, you need to hit the dodge button much quicker to perform the perfect dodge, otherwise they'll eat you. Those who still can't learn this dodge, you can always shoot their legs to knock them down for a few seconds and run right past them. Or there's a grenade launcher. Just remember their weakness is flame rounds. Now let's come to Hunter Beta. There are 5 types of attack that we need to study here. The first one is where the hunter pulls his hand back and strikes it forward while coming towards you. The second one is where the hunter jumps and swings its hand over its head. The third is when they do a turning attack followed by a dance. The fourth is the running attack. The fifth and the final one is when they screech before they attack. If you fail to dodge this one, you will die. The moment where you need to hit the dodge button to perform the perfect dodge is different for Jill and Carlos in each of these attacks. I'll explain the Jill's gameplay first. Let us start with the first attack. Here, when the hunter pulls his hand back, he'll hold it backwards for like 1 second before striking towards you. It's during this 1 second you need to hit the dodge button. For the second attack, the hunter will pull his hand back and jump to attack you. Unlike in the previous attack move, if you hit the dodge button whilst its hand is back, you'll slide through the attack unharmed, but it won't be a perfect dodge. Instead, you need to hit the dodge button when the hunter's hand is coming towards you. Well, even if you slip past the hunter, you may still have a chance to time your shot. Third attack is the dancing attack and will be focusing on the first swing. The first swing will be initialized with the hunter taking his hand sideways, and once again, he'll hold it there for a split second, at the end of which you need to press the dodge button to perform a perfect dodge. And make sure to mind the distance between the hunter and yourself after dodging the first swing. Now let's come to the fourth attack. Here, the hunter will run towards you and perform what looks like an uppercut. Dodging this is similar to the second attack. Do it too early, you'll slip right past the hunter unharmed. And by early, I mean when he's pulling his hand back before striking. The right moment to hit the dodge button is either when the hunter's hand is all the way back or when it has begun coming towards you. The fifth and the final attack is the death attack, which you'll encounter very often either when you are low on health or the hunter is low on health. And by that I mean when you break the shell on their head. They also jump to attack in this one, but unlike the second attack, they screech before they attack. You need to hit the dodge button as soon as you see both of their feet in the air to perform a perfect dodge. Doing it too early will either have you slip past him unharmed or have you killed, depending upon your position. I won't really depend on my position to slip right past them though, unless, of course, I'm speedrunning. There is a section in the game where it's necessary for you to kill hunters in order to proceed. I recommend unloading your biggest guns for this. Although their weakness is grenade acid rounds. That's all for Jill's gameplay. Luckily for Carlos, you can hit the dodge button as soon as the hunter begins any of his attack. And I mean literally. But if you press the dodge button whilst the hunter is standing still, or just simply moving sideways, Carlos will instead shoulder the hunter and they'll have complete freedom to attack you, and you may not be able to dodge it at all. If this happens during the death attack, you will die. But if it is any other attack, you can use the shoulder to your advantage. This is because the death attack proceeds with a cutscene and you lose the control over player. And this is where I conclude this video. No, actually, just make sure when they fall on their back, take a few steps away from them, because if you are standing too close to them whilst they are getting back up, you'll get hurt from their toenails. I'll be uploading more videos on Resident Evil franchise, so make sure to check out my channel. This is Swam Daimo signing out.
I'm shooting that thing right next to my ear.
Get another CJ just for me.